I'm Lance Hoffman, Director of Cybersecurity Policy and Research Institute. Welcome, everybody. CSPRI, as most of you know, is an institute at GW that facilitates cybersecurity policy and technical events of all sorts. And we develop research proposals and administer projects in this area. You can see our current work online at the CSPRI website, and www.cspri.cs, well, whatever it is, you know what it is. Let's see, I'll skip that for today. Okay, this is the 6th event in our seminar series for the year, for the academic year. And we have one more coming up. We thought we were going to end at the end of the academic school year in April, but we're not. So for those of you who are still around, and I know many of our CyberCore students are going to be around working, you may want to jot down May 16th, noon, in room 302 of the Marvin Center. The topic is going to be electronic voting in the states. Is the insecurity worth the enfranchisements? Because there's going to be there's a big electronic voting day. Verified Voting is coming back and doing a press conference, doing a whole bunch of Hill stuff, and we are putting on a panel with some of their people and some people who disagree with them on internet voting. So it should be very interesting. So mark the day, May 16th at noon here. We also may have some demonstrations of voting systems, alleged secure or insecure, but stay tuned, we'll get more out on you, for you in the newsletter. Let's see. Okay, we're video recording all these remarks here. Ultimately, they will appear on our website and on our YouTube channel. So let me start now, without further ado, getting to the speakers. Let me introduce the speakers. On my left, your right, is Nan Zhang. Nan is an assistant professor in the computer science department at GW. He receives his doctorate in computer science from Texas A&M and a bachelor's in computer science from Peking University, China. His research interests focus on databases, information security and privacy, and distributed systems. He and his doctoral student recently won the GW business plan competition for their company, WISAG, and congratulations again. That was a big deal for a whole university-wide competition on deep search, and maybe he'll say a little bit about that, because after all, the topic today is legal and technical implications of recent and future data breaches. On my right, in the center here, is Howard Beals. Howard is Professor of Strategic Management and Public Policy at the Business School. He got his doctorate in economics from the University of Chicago and specializes in privacy, advertising, consumer protection, and law and economics. He's the committee chair of the DHS Data Privacy and Integrity Advisory Committee. I forgot what committee it was. You were? You're no longer? Okay, no. I'm sorry.
Still on the committee.
Okay, unlike me.
Right.
Okay. His current research involves privacy regulation, behavior economics, and its implications for credit card regulatory policies. On my far right, on the far left, but not only for this panel, I think, is Oren Kerr. Oren is a professor of law at the GW Law School. He teaches criminal law, criminal procedure, and computer crime law. His articles have appeared in the Harvard Law Review, Yale Law Journal, Stanford Law Review, and many other prestigious journals. Before joining our faculty 11 years ago, he was an honors program trial attorney in the computer crime and intellectual property section of the criminal division at the U.S. Department of Justice. So as you see, we've got a very good panel here to talk a bit about the legal and technical implications of recent and future data breaches. What we're going to do is take 10 minutes per panelist, and then I'll allow maybe 5 or 10 minutes for questions and remarks and rejoinders amongst the panel, and then maybe audience questions. We'll stop roughly at 1 or thereabouts because we will then sort of pivot to the CyberCore launch and recognition ceremony. So, one more thing before I forget. Taking care of business, A couple of the Cyber Corps students mentioned that their tuition, they keep getting tuition bills and they haven't quite been paid yet. I am told in an email this morning, the balance has been paid. Check your balances online. If they haven't been paid, talk to me, because I think we got to really take care of them now. What happened is some students added courses after a certain time and they didn't get picked up. Okay, so I thought what I might do is start perhaps from the business point of view with Howard, if that's okay, and have you talk about the breach issue as you see it. And then I thought I'd pivot to the technical with Nan, okay? And then you come back to Orr and say, you've done fine, but you don't really look at this in a legal and crime framework, you could be in trouble.